Jolene Dusyk of Montmartre, Saskatchewan is a trained massage therapist and also runs her own business called JoJo Beads. Right now she's making beads which will eventually be sold as jewelry. She has a lifelong interest in doing crafts, which was just a fun hobby, until that day a few years ago when she was on a golf trip with her in-laws in Alberta.
I am not a very good golfer. And so my sister-in-law said, well, there's this class, this bead making class at this workshop, at this glass blowing place. And I said, I'm in, anything to get me out of golfing. So I went, and they sat you down on a torch just like this, and she said, pick out your glass colors, and here we go, light it up, and this is how you make glass beads.
That class got her started, and she's been building her business ever since. What she's doing now is called lampworking, and Dusyk told us she really enjoys the creative process.
Heat the glass, you make a ball, you take your mandrel, which is this stainless steel rod. The end's dipped in clay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to touch these two together. You need two hot things together to stick together. Touch it, wind it, voila, you have a bead. So the size of the mandrel will dictate the size of the hole in your bead. After we're all done adding colors and doing different things to it, we anneal it in a kiln so that it'll be strong. So if I throw it on the cement, it will bounce versus break. And then tomorrow we'll soak the whole rod in water and the clay will dissolve. And then we can pull the bead off, and then we're left with a hole where the mandrel was. And then that we'll take it and we'll make it into a necklace, or if we had two of these, we'd make it into a pair of earrings.
In terms of sales, Dusyk says earrings are the most popular products. After the beads are made, it takes a trained and experienced eye to choose a well-matched pair for earrings.
We put them on our lovely tray, and then what we would do is we'd sort them into their color groups, and then we would find out if we're lucky to have pairs, because the beads are all handmade, we have to go through and sort to find out which ones are pairs. Put them all on our lovely little rod here and see which two are the best color, shape, and size for pairs. So we'll eliminate the ones that are not good pairs, and then we'll pick the ones that I think are the best too.
Dusyk brings in the best possible filler products she can find to trim the JoJo Beads earrings. She has started using stainless steel and gunmetal because some customers prefer these lower-priced items, but sterling silver is still one of her favorites.
It is a nice quality, and it's always going to be sterling. If it tarnishes, you can clean it, and it's still going to remain sterling. I prefer to work with good quality, like the Swarovski and the sterling, that it's going to be, yes, it's an investment, but I believe my beads are an investment. They're not costume jewelry. They are art, and you should wear them and treat them as such.
The beads in these compartments have their own unique flair, and Dusyk admits they're probably better suited for more adventurous customers.
Because these are my really funky beads where I'm playing on the torch and just having lots of time to be really, really creative and play with different new colors and pieces of glass. When my rods get really, really short, they're only little sections of glass, and then I tend to use those pieces together and meld different colors together and tend to be really playful with those pieces of glass.
In addition to earrings, Dusyk also makes and sells everything from bracelets to boot jewelry to necklaces. Here in the JoJo Beads display area, versatility is one of the main goals.
There are individual beads that you can buy just a single piece, because lots of people have chains at home that they might just find one individual bead that they think is really interesting, and they can buy that to put on their chain. But we also have these ones which are really neat, because you can take this piece off and grab another one and just change that and put this one on. We try to keep things fairly simplified for people so that they can, buy one necklace and wear it several different ways.
Dusyk has taken her lampworking beyond functional jewelry. She also works the colored glass into one-of-a-kind pieces of sculptural art. She says customers seem to become more interested in the various JoJo Beads items as they discover how the pieces are made.
And then once I explain the layers to a bead and I explain, well, I started with black and then I put on the orange and I put the leaves and melted the layers, then you can kind of see how that sinks in and they really get it. And anytime I can get a chance to do a demonstration for people, I love to do that because then they can see the time that goes into a piece.
Since Dusyk makes all of the glass pieces by hand, no two items are exactly alike. Prices range from around $10 to $500, and she also welcomes custom work. Visitors are encouraged to stop by the JoJo Beads studio in Montmartre, Saskatchewan, or browse her website, which is jojobeads.com.